Well, welcome back to Sheepy Hollow, and hello to all the new subscribers. We're 352 today, and that's kind of nice to see. I got something a little different today. From all the walking I did yesterday, my freaking feet are killing me.
Be guest.
Maybe it's got something to do with the new shoes, I don't know. But we're going to do something different today. Haven't done this in a long time. We're going to go down and check out the beavers at the little pond, which is the one on the road, as most of you probably know. And I want to take a look up here. I got a freaking sinkhole off the driveway, right where that little stick's sticking up. I'll give you a gander at it. And I stuck that stick down in there. I don't know how deep that is. We're going to have to mark it a little better than that. And I'm going to have to shove that down there. I think it's washed out underneath there. It's a pretty sizable freaking mess I got on there going. Okay, let's get you hooked up here. Alright. We won't want to drive over it today, that's for sure. So I brought both cameras this time to see if we can do something a little more interesting today. It's going to be dark in an hour and a half or so, so got my rubber boots on. Does that ever give you an idea? Oh. Squish this down a little bit. Two degrees out. Ooh. I don't know how long I can last in my rubber boots, but we'll see. Is that ever bright? It's a really sunny day today for a change. That's nice. Ooh, is that ever soft? Freaking wreck my road here. There we go. Oh, what's that? Ice. There we go. Try not to stay on the same spot when I go down here if it looks a little wet. Right here, so I'll swing off to the left here a bit, scratch her up. There we go. What a mess. Oh well. And on the left here, I've got a ton of little frickin' trees growing up. But that's a good place to get some gravel or fill. So we're going to go down. We might as well do the grand tour first. We're going to go right there, and that's flowing to beat the band. I was going to bring the chainsaw, but if I start doing the chainsaw, then I won't have any time for nothing else. So that's the way it is. We're not going to bother. We're just going to make sure that there's no problems on our road here. I don't know, I've been pretty good with computers over the years, but nowadays, since this virus hit, they want to do everything online, and we can't get into the federal building. They've got it locked down, and the problem is, we need to go in there and talk to some freaking numpty that knows what they're doing, and we need to get a form off the government, and instead of having the forms all in one place, they got a form for taxation. They've got a form for, or form placed for pensions and their forms. And then they got old age. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Forms. Pensions, or I already said that. But there's like, my wife's been on the phone for like a month and a half trying to get these freaking guys to give us the form, the proper form that we need. And just can't seem to get it. She thinks she might have got it today. And you know what gets me is all these people that must be working from home in the government, they're collecting full wages, and they're just living their normal life at home. They're not answering their freaking phones. She was on the phone. We had it on there. Put it on the speakerphone, and she listened for 3 hours to the elevator music that the phone has, and she never did get, although they did finally answer about 7 o'clock last night. This is wrong. Boy, I can't even see where I'm going here. I know, Windex. That won't help matters right now either, though. So anyway, I don't like to rant when I get on here. I just want it to be a pleasant experience. Something worth watching. You know, that kind of thing. The channel's mostly made up of video that's shot here, plus the video whenever I get in the Jeep and I gotta go and do something, whether it's go to Granny's or go to the city. They take you along with me, and then you can get to see what it looks like around here. And it also gives me somebody to chat with. Or else I'd just be listening to music or the radio commentary. And I can do that anytime. I actually don't do much of that at home. And I'm usually pretty good at not getting pulled into political events and things. And since we've gone just a little one, I guess I'll share it. You believe what you want to believe, but when you make stupid claims on things, I usually come back because I like to, you know, not have it misinformation and stuff like that. So here's what happened recently. A few days back, a woman walked into a dollar store. We call them Dollaramas here. Anyway, they asked her to put a mask on, or she can't come in the store. She refused, and they asked her to leave. And she didn't want to leave because she felt she had the right to be on somebody else's private property without a mask. So anyway, the police ended up getting called into it, and they asked her what her name was. She refused. So we don't know all of the story, but she was tackled, probably because she's being very uncooperative. And because she didn't give her name, that's referred to as resisting arrest, I guess, in Canada. So one of the cops tackled her and cuffed her and hauled her away. Then a couple days ago, or yesterday I think it was, some clown said, oh, here's the story leading up to that. 11 people, assuming that they were university students in Halifax, which is having a problem, and they've gone to a different level of this COVID lockdown thingy-jiggy. Anyway, they were down there and they got all fined $1,000 each. As I was reading through the news, this guy commented, I won't be giving them their name. I'm not going to do this. This is a police state and all this stuff. He's freaking yapping away there. So I commented, well, I suppose if you don't mind getting a knee in the back of your head, your neck, while they cuff you, there you go. Well, this bonehead never did bother reply to the comment, and I'm surprised that I got several likes over it. But one guy referred to some black guy that got a knee to the neck here, the other. It caused a bunch of riots there in the United States. It's got nothing to do with that. That's, I'm not sure exactly what happened to this poor guy. But anyway, this poor guy died in the United States. And, well, anyway, the cop asks you your name in this country, you tell him, or expect the worst. You know, like, that's just the way it is here, I guess. I don't think if it's a police state. If you're doing nothing wrong, what do you get to worry about? And if you are, or you're causing a disturbance or whatever, well, you're going to get what you're going to get, I guess. That's all there is to that. So, that's it. I don't really like talking about politics because I get frigging wound right up. And I'll delete those comments out of the or not the Facebook, but I'll take my lumps there. But I won't have any of this crap on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is designed for basically the property here. That's all it's about. And what goes around and what's related to it. So here, we're going to get out here shortly. And I'm going to turn this camera off, and I've got the other one mounted on the tripod. And we're going to go down here, and we're going to start pulling this bottom, these two dams. We'll just see what there is there for debris on the upstream side of the culvert. And then we're going to go on the downstream side, and I'm going to hook up the camera there. And then you can watch as it gets pulled apart. So here we go. We're here. And we're off and running here. And I'll shut this off and I'll start this guy up when we go. So be right with you seconds. Okay, that's what I'm going to pull apart down there. I think we'll stick you over here. So hang, come on along for the ride here. Here we go. Just make sure you're not going to fall over on me here. And okay, here we go. I don't want that pond that big. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this guy and we're going to rip it apart. There, now you see the waterfall coming from the... let me level you up a bit. How do I do that? Hang on. There we go. See the waterfall coming out of the end of the culvert? That's what I want. That water tumbling down there will help create and dig out a bit of a pond or a pool underneath the culvert. And because of the way it was, there's an awful lot of dirt built up on the right hand side there. And I want to be able to get it so that I can, it'll sweep the debris out as it goes by. This is only the beginning of the restoration, I guess you call it. Now, somebody asked me about if there's any fish in here. I've seen them. Whew. Let's take a peek further down and see what's here. Let's see how far I can actually walk down in this. Hold your legs up here. Okay. This ain't going so well. Just up here, a little ways, whoa, freaking wet in here. Careful, you don't want to go for a bath here. Okay. Right here, I'll set you up here for a sec here. Easier said than done. Alright. Drop that. Stick you here. I don't want to lose my camera. There we go. Right over there, where that log's laying down, that's where the other little brook comes in. That's Bob Creek over there. And this is Jim. So this is the confluence right here of the Jim Bob Creek. I think that's catchy. Okay, hang on here. I'm just gonna see if I can pull a little of this apart. Good enough. I'll give you a little scan here. Okay. Now this is all cedars down here. And this is the major brook that we've got here on the property. All right, let's go. Geez, that's a big tree there. Oh. Okay, we're out of here. Whoa. Oh, I'm stuck. There you go. I'm gonna lose my hat. Instead, come out of here with my rubber boot. There. Pretty. That's flowing pretty good now. I'm happy. Are you happy? And I know I get a lot of comments from folks. Maybe I should stick a post or a pole or a big stick up the end of the culvert over to the other side. Well, believe me, you got to get a straight one, a strong one, and by that time you can't pick it up. It gets pretty heavy. So I've got to do how I got it done. If there was an easy way, well, the easiest way is killing the beavers. And I heard all kinds of stories. You just put some those tin pie plates up. Well, I did that over there. That didn't do anything. And I'm missing the beaver's got one of these buried here somewhere. So let's have a look. See here. There. That's a big difference. That's enough of that for now. And if the beavers don't come back, I'll clean up that mess. And then I'm going to clean up that bush there too. So a couple cars can park down here if they want. But this one's okay. All right. So I'm going to put you on the other camera here, just a second here. All right. Turn this one off. Let's go. My fingers are froze. Whew. Okay. Here we go. I just got to warm my hands up here. Holy smokes. It's ice cold down there. There. Okay, seatbelts. Yeah, I want the water to be able to go unhindered through the culvert and splash down into the pond that's below it. That way, it helps keep it clean. And if it's not like that and the water seeps through the bottom of that dam, it gets all kind of monkey crappy looking. So I don't really want to throw my grandkid in there. Mind you, he probably won't stay in there very long, but he'll be eager to do it. But that's another year or two from now. Oh, it looks nice that I cleaned this up, eh? I got another video of me clearing off some of these. There's a little bit of brush on the side of the road. And all these ones here, that one's good enough for firewood. That big tall one is leaning over. I'll get that soon enough. I don't think it'll ever straighten itself back up. But you see the condition of the road here? I want to avoid that as much as I can. I'm going to rip this all up, turn it into a mud hole. Then I'm going to have to make videos of me fixing the mud holes. Now a lot of you, or some of you folks there, think that money grows on trees. Well, it sure doesn't down here. I'd have all these great and wonderful things if I had the money. I guess I would say I spent most of that money getting the house set up so that it would be cheap to operate as far as electricity goes. that it wouldn't kill me to pay for it. So that house takes about $235 to $250 a month on the average to heat it and air condition it. The next big expense we've got on the house, my wife's figuring next spring we'll bring these people in to do all the vents for us. Because the previous owner built a boat in the solarium or the sunroom, and there was a lot of drywall dust going on in there and whatever. We'll try to get that cleaned up because there's a lot of dust in that house and it's not coming from the road. The solarium is that funny looking thing on the roof. Those are all windows up there. And in the top part, in the middle, that's a window that there used to be a framed window in there. But it got so hot in that little solarium, we started ripping out doors and everything else. But anyway, that's it. I'm glad I got what I got done. Dogs must be in the house. Either that, they're trying to get Sammy. Sammy's the squirrel. Yep. I'm going to have to go to the garage and get a more permanent stick to stick in the hole for the... I don't feel like fixing it with a shovel right now. My side's killing me. And from pulling away there, with that cultivator or that hand tool, whatever it was, at the beaver dam, will hurt my side, and I'll be paying for that tonight. But here, I don't know if here you can see how you can get an idea of the depth of that hole. And I'll just run back up here in a couple of minutes and I'll see if I can put a bigger stick in there. I'll push that down, or I was going to actually dig out the sod and then fill it full of rocks, because I got a bunch of rocks in that front section there. And then once I get it deep enough, or filled up enough with rocks, I'll just put the sod back on, hope it works. Okay. We've got snow and rain coming on. Rain on Saturday, snow and rain on Sunday. So, who knows? I don't want to keep going down over the hill though, because I don't want to chew it all up. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming, and thanks for joining up on the adventure of Sheepy Hollow. Au revoir, my friends.